Hello everyone! Sorry for the change of scenery. I'm about to go on vacation, so my suitcase is in the middle of where I usually film. So instead, you're just going to get me sitting on the bed. So I have something pretty exciting today. Let's see. Abracadabra! Alright, so this is actually a cosplay that was sent to me by Easy Cosplay, which is super exciting. Easy Cosplay is a cosplay shop that I have actually ordered from prior to them sponsoring this cosplay. They specialize in doing a bunch of different cosplays. If you need niche cosplays, if you need different sizing than what you can find on traditional cosplay shops, Easy is a great bet to go. I love the fact that they actually offer custom sizing on all the products that I have seen. So I assume all products, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I also love that they will do commissions. So if you have a cosplay that is particularly niche, hey, even maybe your OC, as long as you have good reference images, they can make that work for you. And that's super exciting. And so I am very happy to have this video with them. So a little bit of a partnership, I know, so exciting. Anyway, this is Lyney from Genshin Impact, hence my little magic ordeal there. So yeah, let us just go ahead and break into it. I'm so excited. So first thing first, they did send me the cosplay and a wig, which is super exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the wig out of the bag super quick, just so you can get an idea. Here's this. It does come with a wig cap, which is always great. Here is the wig. You can see it has his little section of colored hair that he has. Like all wigs that you're going to get, obviously it's gonna need a little styling, but it already has the braid. It actually is, I think, a really nice base to start off with, and so there it is. Super pretty. It's not too shiny. It doesn't look very thin. You can see I can peel back a good amount of hair. It is like a faux lace front, kind of layered along there. Sometimes you do need to sort of like glue it down a little bit just to make sure that it doesn't kind of fly away from your face, but overall, there it is. All right, so I'm just gonna start pulling things out of this box here and see what happens. So right here, we've got his little bow tie. It's got a safety pin on the back, just your typical hot glued safety pin, nothing too crazy there. Two different types of bows like he has. Cute. All right, coming up next, look at the little kitty cat. It's actually made of like a, almost like a 3D print sort of feel. So it's not made of like fabric or anything, which is pretty cool. Safety pin on the back. It actually looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. Can't forget the ever important hot glue stick that cosplay companies have just been sending along with their cosplays, which is, I don't know, really hilarious to me. But there it is, a hot glue stick. All right, I'm gonna try to pull something a little bit bigger out of here because I feel like I'm just scrounging at little accessories. So let's see. This looks big. Oh, I knocked everything else out with it. Let's try this then. Okay, this is, I believe, his little capelet that he kind of just has hanging off. There's a button here to keep it attached. I love seeing buttons over safety pins, so I'm pretty excited about that. Here is this. These are actually really nice. You can see they actually go all the way to the other side rather than being just glued on, which is really impressive actually. I do not see that often. Said a button there, and then this like pleathery that is all over the rest of the cosplay. I can already tell, which I love, and there's designs that are stitched into it. It actually looks really nice. I'm getting kind of excited. Okay, I think I've managed to find the main bodysuit part. So here it is. I know sitting, I'm not able to get as many like really good views of it, but don't worry, I'm gonna be shooting this like directly after and I should be able to get some better views of it. So it is really nice. Kind of like I expected, it is not actually like a corset, because if you look at Lyney's outfit, he kind of looks like he's got a corset on. What that just basically means is that if you want this to look as cinched as Lyney does, I would suggest either adding a corset on over top, like purchasing one separate on Amazon, or stitching it in. Since I am wearing this directly after I film this review to get pictures right away, I will probably, if I feel like I don't like how this fits me exactly, I might just do like a temporary fix, which would be the same as doing a stitch. I'm just probably not going to actually do the stitch. But here's this. These buttons all here continue on to the back, so they're not just hot glued on, which is great. I do see some loose threads. You can see, maybe, I don't know if you can see, but it's there, I promise. But his tailcoats, and then his little garter things. These do have elastic, which is good if you have thicker thighs. Yeah, overall it looks really, really good. This looks really nice on the back there. Once again, it's actually like a plastic or something. Point is, it's not just fabric. There we go. I promise I will go a little bit more into this once I actually have it on, but just like out of the bag, it looks really nice. So that's exciting. Next up, his gloves. So these are kind of ridiculous looking, I'm not gonna lie. But also, this is sort of what I've come to expect from cosplay gloves. I will take this out here. Oh, might help if I put it on the right hand. All night, all night. All right. Then I'll figure this out. But there it is. It actually doesn't look as bad once it's actually on my hand. I'm not gonna lie. It looks worse just like hanging out there, but when it's actually on my hand, it's not so bad. Oh, I think this was supposed to go on my wrist, but I'll have it on correctly when I put the cosplay on. And I don't know if you can hear it. I'm like an anime character when they get mad. It also comes with these little tights, which is great. Sometimes I find that these do not fit super well, but it does say on the back that it fits from a medium to a double XL. I don't know how that's possible, but there it is. You can't have a Genshin Impact cosplay without a vision, and this is actually a really nice vision. Sometimes I'll get in visions and they're like foam and just not it, but this is actually really, really nice. It looks nice, the whole shape is nice, everything about it. And then it's got a safety pin here. I think it's a little heavy for a safety pin, but I will see once it's actually on. It might not be as bad, but it does feel like it's a little heavy for a safety pin. But it's actually really, really nice. This is probably, outside of, I have paid extra for visions and those were really, really nice, but I think of like a vision that has come with a cosplay, this is probably the nicest vision I have ever received with a cosplay. So that is awesome. Easy. Thank you. All right, next up, the hat. So I kind of had a feeling the hat would be a bit much. Pretty much anytime I've ever gotten a hat from a cosplay shop, minus the one time that was actually like an extra add-on, they tend to be made out of fabric, so they don't tend to have the shape that the hat should have. As you can see here, it's also a little comically large. I would suggest, if you get this cosplay, or probably a lot of Lyney cosplays, to actually buy a top hat off of like Amazon or something, and then just sacrifice the accessories from this hat, and I think it would look better. Lyney also does not always wear his hat, so you can kind of get away with not having one too, if that's a little out of your budget or anything. And not that this hat is like the worst thing in the world, it's a little large and it's a little floppy, like it should be more like that, you know? But the accessories are nice, so at least there's something there. And it's big enough that you could do a magic trick with it. You know, pull something out of your hat.
You're the cat in the hat.
Then I believe this is his little butt bow. You can see it's a little flat, but nothing terrible. A safety pin to attach it, not that unusual. I believe the zipper in the bodysuit is in the back, so this might have to kind of like go like through the zipper, and sometimes those can be a little difficult for me to get completely on, but we shall see. All right, next is this that I'm pretty sure kind of goes like that. Make me look like my daddy's a lawyer. I'll sue you. You can see here it's got little clippy things. The only thing I could think is if you're walking around a con, in my experience, sometimes things like this will have a tendency to just keep doing that. But if you have somebody paying attention, or if you're paying attention, it's not that big of a deal and you can usually keep it there. But if you really want to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, you can do Velcro or buttons or just something to keep it there. I usually, if I have the time, I like buttons. If I don't have the time, I do Velcro. I think I've got some accessories here. Another one of the cute little kitty cat, this time with the ribbon. Here it is. It's all sewn on. It actually looks quite nice. I feel like a prized pig at a fair. And then I believe this is one of his little garter things. It's got elastic on here so that it can fit. A glittery paper there, but then actual like 3D print there. So this I did not actually expect. It comes with tattoo paper of the teardrop that Lyney has on his face. So that's kind of cool. I did not expect it to have that. So I had actually gone out and bought like some red paint, and I guess I didn't really need that. So that's pretty cool. You just cut out what one you need and then place it on like a temporary tattoo. Cool. So I believe these should be his sleeves. They're in like a whole separate little area. They are. So here they are. In the inside here, there's some elastic so that it can try and actually stay on your arm. In my experience, that works about 50% of the time. But still, then this wraps around your wrist and is Velcroed. The other one's the same. So there it all is. I'm actually really happy with how everything just like looks coming out of the bag. So I am so excited to try this on. So, you know, here's a little magic trick. Ta-da! Insert video of me outside actually wearing it so you can get a proper view of it. So here he is in his entirety. This is all directly out of the bag. The only thing I did with the wig was I cut it a little bit to length. That was it. Other than that, it is exactly out of the bag. That way you really can get an idea of what you are getting from Easy if you get this cosplay. All right, so I'm just gonna go from the top down to the bottom and kind of showcase as best as I can. So pretty much the hat is exactly what I said before. It's a little comically large. It's a bit much. It's not my favorite in the world. I'm not gonna lie. That one's not exactly my favorite. But as you can see, it actually kind of does its job depending on the angle you're looking at and everything. So I'm not too mad at it. Right after I said that, it fell off of me. Anyway, continuing on. I also did not have it pinned. I normally would pin a hat in, but I wouldn't even know where to begin pinning that thing in. So it actually fits quite well. Usually when I order this size from Easy, it's a little big. This actually fits like perfect. So definitely double check your measurements in case you normally get like one size, but you normally don't fit, like you're really good on that size. Always double check the measurements. It actually did not take like super long to get into this, which I was really happy about. I just realized my camera's kind of angled a bit. There we go. Hopefully that's a little better. It just moved right back. Anyway, so it didn't take like a terrible, considering it's Genshin, it didn't take like a huge time to get into, which is always appreciated. Yeah, it actually is better than I think I was even expecting it to be, which is really awesome. I think this is a really solid option if you want a Lyney cosplay. It's not too uncomfortable to wear. Maybe throughout like the day it would start to wear on me a little bit. Like right here is really tight because it kind of has to be in order to keep these sleeves up. So that might like start to be like as you go throughout the day, but right now it's not too bad. I'd say my major gripe with this cosplay, outside of, I've already talked about the hat, is the tights that came with it. They are really cheap and they tore pretty much immediately, and they slide down a lot and just, they're not it, chief. So I'm not super duper into those, but like everything else I really enjoy. It all came together well. I struggled a little bit with the button on here. You have to kind of put it at an angle, but once you do that, it's perfectly fine. I actually recommend this cosplay a lot, especially if you're looking for a Lyney cosplay and a lot of the other sizing is not exactly what you need, or even actually on a pretty budget-friendly option. Right now it is on a sale. I don't know how long it will be on the sale, but they are always doing really incredible sales, so keep an eye out for that. Overall, I'd say if I were to give this cosplay a kind of ranking, I'm probably gonna give it like an 8 out of 10, which I think is really good. I mean, this is exactly what the photo entails, and I just think it looks nice, and I like that Easy is continuing to make cosplays for, like I said, series that maybe aren't as popular. And that's really funny because I'm wearing a Genshin Impact right now, but I do think that is really cool. I also like that they are size inclusive, which is really important for some people. I can usually fit within the sizing that is listed on a cosplay shop, but there have been an instance or two where it's just, I'm really close on the cusps, and it would be so nice to have the option to do the custom sizing. So I think that's really cool, and also really important in the cosplay community for making sure that everyone is able to cosplay.
So it glows in the dark apparently, the vision, so that's kind of cool.
Thank you again, Easy, for sponsoring this cosplay. It was really cool, and I'm really happy that everything worked out. It looks so good. I obviously, because this was a sponsored, I didn't really talk about the shipping too much in this since I did not pay for any part of it. But I can say from past experience that Easy shipping is pretty much standard. And what I mean by standard is, I think the quickest I've got it is about 2 weeks, and then the longest has been like a month and a half. So it really depends on how everything in the postal service is running and all of that, but overall very reliable in my experience, and I'm very happy with this, and I'm very happy to have had this sponsorship opportunity. And I am happy that you all are continuing to enjoy my content. That makes me super duper happy. I love when I get comments from people just saying that they liked it. That makes me super excited. And I am super excited to continue going to conventions and doing cosplays. My next convention will be Anime Weekend Atlanta. So if you happen to be there, absolutely say hi. I will be doing a Twisted Wonderland panel, which I'm super excited about, and also hosting the Ruby photo shoot. So you can definitely catch me there. Just check out my social medias for any updated information on where I am. In particular, Instagram is going to have the most updated information. I'll also link in the description Easy Cosplay's webpage, along with the actual Lyney cosplay that they sent me. That way, if you want to just do a replica, you absolutely can, and I do encourage it because I do quite like it. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, bye bye. Oh, it's still on video.